I'm Dan Kritenbrink, Assistant Secretary of State for East Asian and Pacific Affairs. Last week at the UN General Assembly, the world resoundingly repudiated Russia's premeditated, unprovoked, and unjustified war against Ukraine. Our allies and partners in the Indo-Pacific helped lead that effort. They have been instrumental in supporting the people of Ukraine in their hour of need and forcefully rejecting and condemning Putin's actions. Japan moved quickly alongside the United States and like-minded nations to impose sanctions and other costs on Russia, including export controls on key inputs like semiconductors. Australia imposed sanctions and travel bans on those responsible for Russia's invasion, including President Putin, and committed lethal and non-lethal defensive support as well as humanitarian assistance to Ukraine. The Republic of Korea's commitment to block financial transactions with major Russian banks and establish other financial and export controls is imposing massive costs on Russia. Singapore imposed export controls and blocked certain Russian banks and financial transactions connected to Russia, cutting Russia off from one of the world's foremost financial hubs. Taiwan sent humanitarian assistance to Ukraine, and its companies have pledged financial assistance to help refugees from Ukraine and have joined in export controls. New Zealand has condemned Russia's invasion of Ukraine in the strongest possible terms, imposing travel bans on 80 Russians and enacting an export ban on any goods for use by the Russian military and security forces. And our friends in the Pacific Islands have spoken loudly through the Pacific Islands Forum, calling out Russia's actions as violations of the territorial integrity and sovereignty of Ukraine and inconsistent with the UN Charter. The unprecedented degree of resolve shown by these and many other allies, partners, and friends sends a loud message to President Putin that the world is united in condemning the Russian Federation's expansionist vision based on violence and coercion. As Secretary of State Blinken has said, we simply cannot succeed without working closely and collaboratively with our friends. I am grateful, profoundly grateful, for all of our allies and partners in the Indo-Pacific for supporting Ukraine and the rules-based international order and standing against Russia's aggression. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we can't confirm these reports. Seeing the open source reporting on it, Tara, but we have nothing to corroborate that. And I would just tell you that we haven't seen any indications that Belarusian troops or forces have moved inside Ukraine. We did note that the president of Belarus made comments the other day through state media that he felt it was important for Belarusian forces to come to the defense of the rear of Russian forces should they be attacked, the supply line route, if you will. That's the first time that he's ever said anything about Belarus perhaps getting involved, but no indications at this time that they have or that that's in the offing.